Well, as you know, that I'm a big fan of a lot of the films in the MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And I just went and saw their newest one, Eternals, now playing in theaters. But is this new installment of the MCU really deserving of the mixed reception? And does it really deserve to be the first MCU film to be right on the tomato meter? Or can yours truly give this film some good old fashioned Big D justice and prove these critics that are wrong and that this is eternally good as is? Watch the spoiler free review and find out. Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So greetings my fellow YouTubers and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name's Doyle, better known to you as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a spoiler-free review of the just now released new superhero flick, Eternals, based on the Marvel Comics race of characters of the same name. Of course, the film is from Marvel Studios, distributed by Disney. This is the 26th film in the MCU. Of course, this is part of the current Phase 4 of the MCU. The film was directed by Chloe Zhao, who recently directed the award-winning Nomadland last year. And while she also wrote the screenplay with Patrick Burleigh, Ryan Firpo, and Cass Firpo. It stars a big all-star cast that includes Gemma Chan, Richard Madden, Kamal Nanjiani, Leah McHugh, Brian Tyree Henry, Lauren Ridloff, Barry Keoghan, Don Lee, Harish Patel, with Kit Harington, Salma Hayek, and Angelina Jolie. The film focuses on the Eternals, an immortal alien race emerged from hiding after thousands of years to protect Earth from their evil counterparts, the Deviants. Well, now I'm going to try to tell you that I really think there are pretty good characters, that some of the characters are actually pretty good. Now, I liked Gemma Chan as Cersei. Now, Chan recently played Minerva in Captain Marvel a couple of years back. But I gotta say, this character's actually pretty good. Richard Madden turns out to be the one known as Icarus, and Zhao's take on this character was influenced by Superman, specifically director Zack Snyder's interpretation, of the character in Man of Steel. Now Angelina Jolie plays Thena. Yeah, which is short for Athena, but it's really Thena. Now, I'm gotta say, she's still in her first good performance, I don't know how long, well, since Maleficent. And I gotta say, with various swords, spears, and staves for this hero, yeah, well, she trained with these, as well as taking ballet, yeah. It's really something, yeah. Salma Hayek plays Ajax, the wise and spiritual leader of the Eternals. Now, I will say she's got a good performance as well. Well, according to what she said, she was initially hesitant to work with Marvel, assuming she would have a supporting or grandmother role. Kit Harington plays Dane Whitman. Yeah, who's pretty good. Kamal Nanjiani, I think I've seen it name before. Yes, who recently starred on the HBO series Silicon Valley and also in the Amazon Films sleeper hit The Big Sick, which I have yet to see. That I know that film got some good response. Yeah. Well, anyway, I'm gonna say that his character isn't too bad. Leah McHugh plays Sprite, the youngest, well, sort of young member, because she takes the physical appearance of a 12-year-old child. Yeah, not too bad. Brian Tyree Henry plays Festus. Lauren Ridloff plays Makari, who possesses the power of super speed, very Good. She's also the first deaf superhero in the MCU, which that's kind of one good thing I like about this. Barry Keoghan plays Druig, and Don Lee plays Gilgamesh, who is the strongest Eternal with a deep connection to Athena. Yeah, incredible. But we also have a host of others. Now, if you'll stay through the movie, you will get a mid-credits scene and an end-credit scene. Yes, really something. But I will not tell you what those scenes are. You're just gonna have to figure these. You'll just have to find out about this when you see them. But anywho, now I will say the story's not too bad. I mean, sure, it's kind of a little bit of back and forth bit through time and what have you, but it's only a slight issue. I mean, critics criticize this for the exposition. Yeah, that's understandable, but I got through it a little bit. Now, another negative I do have. Well, I do agree with critics. Is the pacing of this. The pacing of the film is pretty slow at times, but however, it manages to pick up later on. The last act of the movie is really intense and exciting. The runtime, though, that's only a slight negative. Now, I could just use a tiny bit of trimming, though. Avengers Endgame ends up being the longest running movie there with 3 hours. This comes right behind it with 157 minutes, which that's a few minutes more than Avengers Infinity War. Another issue they had was lack of character development. But hey, I'm an understanding person. I didn't mind that. I mean, the characters weren't too bad at all. Anyway, now the score done by Ramin Djawadi, well, did a pretty good job. Now, after he had previously doing so for Iron Man, the first MCU flick, it also had some pretty good tunes from long ago, including Pink Floyd's Time and Foreigner's Feels Like the First Time, which that was really good. We needed a few good old tunes that we liked in MCU. But anyhow, Eternals, from my point of view, it's not really the best MCU. I mean, though, well, and it's now the worst reviewed movie in the MCU because Thor: The Dark World ends up being the lowest ranked movie on the Tomato Meter. This somehow surpassed it. I don't know why in the kind blooming world they would even think about, but oh, the heck with those critics. I'm proving them wrong. I do agree with, again, I agree with them on the pacing, though, and some of the exposition. The runtime, again, just a slight negative, but the lack of character development, I didn't mind that. Alright, enough said. So anyway, but it did have good action. The story wasn't too bad. The score wasn't bad, and the cast performances weren't too bad either. So overall, I'd say see Eternals. Don't mind what critics say. They're just being plumb ignorant. Okay? So anyway, for my score for this, I'm going to give Eternals 4 stars. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give it an 8. Yeah, that would do it alright. So, sorry, critics. You know what they say. You snooze, you lose. Choke on that. But we'll get a better MCU movie when Spider-Man No Way Home comes out. We hope. As long as they don't get a con-picking idea of rescheduling that. Because we're just a month and a half away from that. So, we'll hope for the best. But in the meantime, what are your thoughts on Eternals? You can tell me if you like it. I won't be mad if you say you hate it. I'm an understanding person. I know some of my friends have put a video saying they hate even though I haven't watched one. I know one of them don't like it, and I probably won't watch it because I don't want to be rude or anything to that person, because I'm just scared a little bit that my ex will get all, well, you know what I mean. At least I hope. Just tell me what you think about the movie, alright? If you like this video, click the like button below, subscribe to my channel, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Join me next time when I bring to you a review of another superhero movie, and it'll be Zack Snyder's Justice League. Yes, I'm finally going to review that. And yes, it will be spoiler free. So thanks for watching, and if you like this, you may want to consider check out my reviews of the previous two installments of the MCU. In the upper left hand corner is the review I did for Black Widow, which is now on Disney Plus for free. In the upper right-hand corner is my review of the most recent installment of the MCU, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, which will be coming to Disney Plus next weekend. Or, if you want something that's not actually part of the MCU, but still a Marvel movie nonetheless, go to the bottom left-hand corner and see my review of Venom, Let There Be Carnage. And the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya, and in the words of the late, great Stan Lee, Excelsior! Bye now.